Just remember, even though you have afflictions, even though you have, things that try to come up against you, and the fight seems heavy, the warfare seems heavy. When you get into Christ, it takes time to get understanding. It takes time to get wisdom. It takes time to even start shedding some of the things off of you that, may have hindered you in the past. But you'll always have something come up. Faith can go up one day where you're all faith, you're doing this, you're feeling it, and then all of a sudden something will come up, or all of a sudden something will try to hinder you, and then your faith dwindles. My pastor always talks about that. But it's real. One minute you may be up up high, feeling like, okay, God, we got this. We doing this. And then something will boom come in, and then you're like, God, what is this? God, what's this? You start thinking, you start doubting, you start feeling away. And that's okay, as long as you don't go to, cursing God, or, that's a human feeling. So, if somebody's telling you, oh, they're all faith and this and this and that, no, it's a struggle to be all faith. It's a struggle to have faith. But God gives us the peace within the storm. And that's what placing your cares upon God. In First Peter chapter 5, he talks about the devil's looking for anybody that he can devour. So even those things that do come up against you, those things can put a blow to you to where you like, wait, you like, hold on. You start thinking about, okay, God, what's this? Let me get in your secret place. Like Hannah did, about her desires of her heart. And she was blessed. When you get in your secret place outside of church and you're actually taking that time to sit with God, talk to God, He will answer you. He will start revealing things to you. But even though you go through affliction, God will strengthen you. He will stabilize you. The suffering and the affliction that we go through is for a reason. You have a testimony. You have things that you can help your next brother and sister. You can help the people that are coming in from the church, that are just coming in and maybe feel like, a lot of people, when they first get into church, it's so much, sometimes they run from that, especially when they're wholeheartedly walking with God. Things start coming crazy, but that's because the enemy doesn't want you to get it. The enemy don't want you to get it. So then once that stuff comes in, God is trying to tell you, like, just sit. That's why I always tell people, and my pastor always says this, sit still, because eventually things will start coming to your remembrance. Eventually things will start being understood. God will make sure, to bring the people in your life that will help you on your journey. And then if not, like, sometimes I had to be by myself. I'ma just be honest. I had to make the choice to take my walk with God serious, and I had to take the choice to actually, surrender. Because we can try to say we surrender, but we not really surrendering. But when you really surrender, that's when God opens those gates, the floodgates, of the understanding, of the wisdom. I prayed for wisdom. I prayed for understanding, because I had to go through something, with my divorce. Like, I did it out of obedience. I did it out of obedience. And in that process, I was questioning, God, did I hear you right? God, is this what you told me to do? God, is that what you wanted for me? And, my son, he's 4 years old, but he was hurting, So I'm like, okay, did I mess my family up thinking God told me to do this? But the relationship wasn't right. And God doesn't want you to suffer He wants you to have your promises. He wants you to have the desires of your heart. He doesn't want you to be in a marriage that you're going to have to suffer all the time, or you're going to have, and I wasn't a perfect wife. I wasn't perfect. I was a trying wife. But even in those afflictions, God will still give you a peace. And when I had asked God and I had got into my secret place about me, leaving my marriage, he gave me Psalm 127, it will build it not a vain. So it's okay to have some, it's okay to feel, the heaviness sometimes and be like, God, what's going on? What's going on? There's nothing wrong with that because that's human. Just don't stay in that is what I should say. Don't stay in it. Thank you. Because I'm like, you can have those emotions. Some people will tell you, oh, no, you can't. They're trying to make it seem like, oh, no, you can't doubt this and doubt that. No, sometimes it happens, but don't stay in it. Don't stay in the depression. Don't stay in it. Fight it and it's hard. Sometimes I have to fight. But in the end, you will see your promised land. You will see your honestly, it's for the generations. It's for the souls. It's for generations, your grandchildren, your sons and daughters. That's what it's for, so that they know the way of life, so that they know the path that they need to take. So I just wanted to give some encouragement on that. Because I was sitting with God and he, gave me 1 Peter. And I just thought that was beautiful. Like, even in afflictions, but God will establish you. He will make new, he will clean that up. So stay encouraged.